is the map, and we have at the top a series of tools that are organized together that you can access. And on the left-hand side, we have a variety of different data layers. And some of these data layers are turned on by default and visible. Others are turned on, but you won't see them actually visible on the map until you zoom in. So for example, our tax parcel boundaries and address points are only visible if you're zoomed fairly far in, mostly to avoid having to wait for those data layers to draw on the map. If you're zoomed pretty far out, for example, we're looking at the entire county here. And we also have down below information that tells us, based on where our mouse cursor is on the map, what our coordinates are, and also the approximate scale of what we're looking at. So how much distance is represented by a certain amount measured on your screen. And we have various social media sharing tools. And then at the very bottom on the right side, there is an overview map that, depending on how far zoomed in or zoomed out you are, this will give you an orientation of where this map is representing. And then clicking on the arrow will tuck that back in. Many of these menus and toolbars can be either minimized or expanded depending on your preference. So if you want more area for your map, and you don't mind not having immediate access to the tools or other aspects of this app. For example, the toolbar, by clicking on this icon, looks like a wrench, will shrink up the tools available, and clicking on that little icon brings that right back. Likewise, our data layer list, you can either click on this little caret icon, and that shrinks that table contents, the data layers, completely, and you can bring it right back. Or if you prefer to have it, but maybe have it either expanded or smaller in width, there's a little handle that lets you click with your left mouse button and drag that to make that a bit different size, whatever your preference might be. At the very top, we also have a search tool, so if you want to quickly get at, for example, a road name, you could type that name in, and you'll have the information come up here on the left-hand side. And you will find that most of the tools here do use this left-hand side, so that's a good place to look for any information as the tools come up. Now we also have an I want to, and this is just a shortcut to many of the same tools that you'll find either here up top or in other locations. And you will find that many of the tools are available in more than one location. And that's so that, if you have a preference of, for example, shrinking that toolbar up, you do have the option of finding those tools or navigating in more than one way, depending on your preference. And another way, I'm going to zoom in real quick, another way of getting information on the map or accessing other tools is right-clicking on the map, and you'll see that this context menu pops up, and we have information that comes up, and as well as additional tools. Many of these, the very same tools that you do find up here on the toolbar, but it provides you quick access depending on your preference. So as you can see, there's much flexibility in terms of how you access the tools, how much space each section takes up, so you can adjust that according to your preferences.